Right, guys, we're at it. Audio's on, and here it is, another podcast. Of course, the main host takes his time. Always has a spectacular entrance, as always. But you guys know, Big Trunks is a legend. Let him take his time. He he does a lot. Of course, we still got Miami Beatdown Part 2 coming up. As far as the completion on that, it's coming out good. An incident happened yesterday where the USB flash drive was left at school with all of our assignments, along with files we need for Miami Beatdown, and as a result, we weren't able to work on Miami Beatdown like we wanted to yesterday. We finished a few things here and there, but we could have finished a whole lot if this one incident didn't happen. And hey, there he is. Yeah, I'm be down there in a minute. First off, I heard what you said during the opening of the show. I feel like he was really calling me old as fuck. No. On some damn no. Yes, the hell you was. My feelings hurt. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dinner in My Trunks. I heard my co-host in here talking. He's right. Left the damn thumb drive at school, and we were really depressed about that because we always feel like we always remember to right click, take the USB out. But yesterday was a frustrating day. Like I told one of the students within the class that was in the class today, I went on a rant. And shout out to this dude, man. He been a real good friend, man. Very supporting and very encouraging when I was about to straight drop out. And I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for this person, I wouldn't be in this school. Like I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? It's true. Like sometimes you just need that motivation, and he's definitely there. I appreciate him. I tell him that every damn day. You know what I mean? Cause like I'd be close, but I went on a rant. I had to just. He always trying to like keep me to stay positive. Have a cooler head, but I had to rant this morning. I had to just straight snap. Teacher pissed me off enough. I think I talked about it. Teacher pissed me off enough. Well, I just left school early. This has been happening lately, and he continues to compare me to other students, and that's something that I just don't respect. I didn't go into school to be better than other people that are doing assignments in a school. I came into school to learn and get the information that is presented to me. You as a teacher, you need to do fucking better because you not teaching us a damn thing. He always leaving the fucking room doing what I assume is busy work. He just ain't never there. He ain't never teaching us shit. He always telling us to research. I think I said this before too, but I could do this shit on my own. All of this. Why am I coming to school every single day if everything out your mouth is do research? Do research. Okay. Research is an important factor within this field. I understand. You know what I mean? As technicians, you're going to need to research everything. But it's supposed to work both ways. Since you had 25 years of experience in this field, you're supposed to give us some of your, you know what I mean? Like what you've experienced. You're supposed to help. You're supposed to be a fucking teacher. I can't take this shit. You know what I mean? And, yeah, man, and I just kind of talked to, my friend at school. I just kind of just ran into him like, and he felt me though. You know what I mean? He was like, I feel you. Cause like, it's to a point where we're doing an assignment, fuck Excel. Fuck it. Until I'm comfortable with Excel spreadsheet, fuck that piece of shit. Excel is one of the hardest classes thus far that I've ever had to take during this course. I've had network essentials and that was tough, but this right here beats that. It trumps the shit by a million. Like I am struggling. That's why I'm backed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling. I'm not understanding what I'm reading. Then this motherfucker want to compare me to other students. Oh, Will's a new student and he doing good. Fuck you, I ain't Will, bitch. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what told him. I'm like, I'm not Will. I'm myself. You know, I'm gonna get it on my terms, on how I get it. That's how I process things. I don't process shit like Will. We all on this shit. I don't want to state the obvious, you know, but everybody different, bitch. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say with that. Everybody different. We breathe different, and all of that. You know, we breathe the same air. We probably go through the similar struggles, but overall, we different people that process information differently. I don't think there's no such thing as a slow person. I think it's just a person that just learns shit on his level. Now, if you're talking about mentally ill motherfuckers, I ain't gonna go there, ladies and gentlemen. But so yeah, you know, and you know, I guess I'll just leave that in it of itself. Oh yeah, and then I had to do a speech today in school, ladies and gentlemen, in front of the entire damn man, y'all. This was tough because, like I said, man, you know, I love my friend at school. That's the homie. You know what I mean? But like, he wasn't really understanding what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was saying, like, I don't really know how to put this shit in words. Like, I just know the functions of each piece of that's within that's inside the computer. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to like say the shit. You know, even if I say it, I'm gonna say it an ignorant ass way where you're gonna be confused, or I might say it a smart ass way that make it sound like I'm this geeky nerdy motherfucker that think he better than you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was trying to say. And you know, shit, that's how the shit I felt came out a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, this is the motherboard. You know, its basic functions is, you know, you have to hook things up to it, power supply, DVD, and you know, I was explaining it, and that's when one of the students cut me off. I got lost because I'm like, huh, and then I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. He interrupted me. I'm like, shit. You know, and I got completely lost. I wasn't even nervous when I was talking about the pieces and shit. I wasn't nervous. I'm like, yeah, man, so this is that. And then he wanted to just pop his ass up. What, bitch? I'm sorry. That's how I felt, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on a roll. I'm feeling that. I'm like, shit, hell yeah, man. Energy I ain't never had. He want to pop his ass up. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck wrong with him? So yeah, that fucked me up. You know what I mean? I got lost the second time because we had two different spurts of students that was coming in the classroom as we explaining this shit. Next time, you know, the second group of students come in, and you know, it's my part again. Then the teacher want to interrupt my fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? And he went on his whole he basically taught the damn program, and it was supposed to be the students that was teaching them what we learned, man. So yeah, y'all, you know, but overall it's a hurdle. It's over, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really look at people in their face, and I think that's what kind of at first gave me the confidence, you know what I'm saying? Or I didn't care to look at them in their face. Like I seen that they was there, the people that came into class, but I didn't acknowledge their presence, but I did. I'm like, I know you there, but I don't care that you there. That makes sense. Yes. Wow. So you've had a busy day, extremely busy, and I don't know if you said it already, but yes, I'm behind, you know what I'm saying, as far as assignments. Everybody doing the fucking assignments different. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really know what the fuck to do. So I don't know, man. You know, if I fail this portion, it is what it is. Sorry about that, folks. I accidentally hit the damn stop button. But yeah, man, you know, that's what I'm going through. And one more rant before we get into this afternoon's guest. I'm not gonna say this person's name. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, folks, people are full of shit. People are so like I feel like we in the era where, like, you know how certain periods had a time. You know, the 60s was the hippie period. The 70s, you know, I guess Vietnam, and you know all the different shit that happened with each section, disco and shit. You know, this the most just retarded motherfucker era. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. You know, like people just they don't realize the bullshit that they spewing. Like I don't think they thinking about what they say. I think they trying to just get some. Everybody's so focused on trying to look like some shit instead of being what the fuck they trying to look like. You know what I'm saying? And like I feel I don't want this to sound like no damn old nigga rant, but at the end of the day, hell nah, man. Some shit is just like, man, you full of shit and you know you full of shit. Clap your hands, motherfucker. You know, some people just they full of shit. So this person, I was gonna say her damn name. This person, I was talking to her since like, you know what I'm saying, 2018, maybe 2017. I don't know. My year's getting confused. So she just always just like, I just want to find the right man for me and all of that. Always just talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And, I just used to listen to her. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead, rant, talk. You know what I'm saying? And shit, she used to vent on social media. Maybe I don't deserve a man. Maybe this, maybe that. Man ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Just don't know where she at as far as relationship. I'm gonna always be lonely type shit. And she used to talk to me all the time. We was cool. She got a boyfriend. I liked it. I'm like, damn, now I ain't gonna be able to hear all this shit. That's great. That's great. On social media now, this person who's gonna remain nameless, posting shit, talking about something. If you ain't had a man in 2 years, you deserve to be depressed. All this crazy shit. If you ain't here, you know what I'm saying, by this many years, then yeah, you might as well go through this and all this. I'm like, what the fuck? You was just that person 3 posts ago on Facebook. You just was posting shit about being lonely and shit. Now you found a man. Now all of a sudden, oh man, I just don't act like that. You know what I mean? And that's why I ain't choose this motherfucker. That's why I ain't fucking like, I just listen to you, because sometimes you just gotta listen to a person. I read a quote. You just gotta listen sometimes. And people will reveal themselves to you in just like a few words. It's like, don't say shit. Don't interrupt them. Don't add shit to their fucking words. Just shut up and don't even say nothing. Let them lie on themselves 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And barely tell the truth one of them times. It's like, yeah, man, but he didn't. Shut the fuck up, you lying. That's the end of my rant. Oh, wow. Yes, folks. So, today's guest is a person that was chosen to be on F&K. He's gonna go into his story. He got a extremely long back catalog. He was on a few people's podcasts. He was on Alex's podcast a few times. He was also on Jazzmar's podcast, I believe. His son was on here. He's a legend in XTV. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James. What's up, boy? What's up, man? Don't call me boy like that. I beat your ass. It's been a long ass day. Get out of here with that boy shit. So, man, what's up, James, man? How you been? What's going on? Oh, everything's good. I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly. I mean, when I was in college, this had to be the fucking 80s. It had to be the 80s. And, I dealt with Jeepers Creepers. I just dealt with the most, crazy type of anxiety, different things like that. And, it just gets to a point where the professors, they don't care about the person that's truly caring to go there every day. And when they start to care less, you know what I mean? It's like you start to just venture into things, coke. I'm talking about the real coke and rum, you know what I mean? Cocaine and rum. And you start to get into that, but don't fall into that trap, Sometimes you got to be your own teachers in these situations, and that's just it. A teacher, I think some teachers just go to an institution and become that just for a job, just to get paid. They just need a little bit of money. They need to get paid. And, I think that's just all this situation is. Use this as a learning experience. Warn others to not go to this place. And, just be wary of these type of people. These teachers that just in a position to teach that just you're not teaching, they're just making money off of your struggle. Now, James, me and you, man, we go back, way back. Yes, and I remember, we did F&K. Me, you remember that far back? Yes, it was me, it was you, it was Best, Killer, and wait a minute, me, you, Best, Killer. I feel like there was some other people. Well, Travis Johnson would come by every now and then. Oh yeah, but James, this was interesting because here you are for a number of years in XTV, the highlight superstar, one of the biggest stars of them all, and you come to this new thing called F&K that we haven't figured out what it's going to be. We don't know the premise. We don't know what we're going to do. We just kind of just like, okay, boom, let's do this. How did it feel being that high of a caliber superstar known in XTV, and then, you down to this point, just got to start off new? Well, I looked at it as definitely a challenge. This was a point in my life where I was doing a lot of drugs, and it was starting to show out in public, and people had this negative perception of me now, especially around this time. People were like, "Oh, damn, James, you're a drug addict, you're this, you're that," and I tried to play with that. I tried to gimmick it off, if you will. I tried to be like, "Yeah, I'm on drugs. I'm going through this." I tried to play it off, but the truth was the truth, and I was on hard stuff. And this was a new era in XTV where that's what I was trying to do. It's like, okay, play into that role of, because Vince McMahon said that. He said that if people think you're the devil himself, if people think you're this, play into that. See how far you can go with it. And, I decided to pick that up, play into the role. Okay, act like you're a drug addict and act like you're this, act like you're that. And, for some people, it does work. But for me, unfortunately, especially, as evident in the early days of F&K, it didn't work for me for a number of reasons. I really was that. And, I think F&K was just so real where you have to put it, okay, I'm acting like I'm crazy, I'm this, I'm that. You have to put it in a portion of some type of humor has to be in this. You know what I mean? Because even when Killer was on his drugs and pain or whoever, they had a bit of humor to him. You got a point, because when I tried to do, when Trunks was on crack, when I tried to play that off, people didn't laugh at it. People didn't. It wasn't entertaining to people. You know what I mean? Because here I am, this heroic superstar. Then all of a sudden, boom, we're doing F&K, and I said F&K, and then, I'm sitting there like, my brain hurt. After I'm done glitching, I'm gonna remember what I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give me a minute. Oh yeah. I'm this big heroic superstar, and then just reduced to crack. You know what I mean? It's like you said, you got to learn how to play that off and how to be entertaining. And, I tried to be, but it don't work with certain people. You know what I mean? I think it truly works for a person that nobody gave a fuck about anyway. Exactly. Like if you're like an F-list superstar and, you're on crack or something like that, or acting like you're this crazy zany person, people are going to be entertained by that. They're like, whoa, that's new. But from somebody that they truly love, it's just gonna deteriorate your success after, overall, And, I mean, that wasn't really the case for you, looking at your storied history. But for me, I just noticed my fame dwindling, and, the autograph signings, only like, 15 people showing up as opposed to thousands, hundreds, lines lined out the fucking building, and different things like that. But that was just the case. So we started F&K. Who presented this idea to you? I mean, because the person that put me on that shit was Best. Same guy. Yeah, same guy. And Best gets a lot of flack. He's lame. He's this. He's that. He gets a lot of he is and put something down. But overall, Best is a great guy. He's a great guy. He's just always been there. He just, I think that his role was really to spread positivity. But with, I think, the negative backlash he started to get overall, during his time, he just started to lose focus, and he started to lose track of being a good person, and he just kind of became the negativity. You know what I mean? He started to just lash out, the infamous Summer Break 2005 and different things like that. But basically, yeah, he came up to me. He's like, James, we're starting something brand new, something fresh. This is TXG now. It's no longer sides. We're going to try this thing called FNK. And, back then it was just like, try something. Let's see what happens when we put James in the room, Killer, Big Trunks, and, the Pain at times, and to see what happens. In the early FNK episodes, y'all, like FNK 1 and 2 especially, was so damn hell yeah. It was basically post hell yeah. It was basically that show, very kiddie. And, we tried to apply adult humor and adult logic, but it came across as just very weird. It's just like, I think one episode, something about, I'm so mad at this person that I'm going to put a diaper in her mailbox. Yes, exactly. And I think it was Trunks that put a diaper in someone's mailbox and, waited for them to check the mailbox to get the diaper out, something like that. And that was the humor. And in a way, it is kind of funny, I guess, depending on what type of, audience, you are. But what FNK later became makes it look, not like nothing. Exactly, because we was brought upon on just being honest, being ourselves, and, all these dudes being themselves in one room. And look what it became, something that we talk about years later. And shit, the last FNK episode was 2013 or 14, maybe. I can't remember. Too much going on. But yeah, so yeah, but Best is like, he comes up to me, yeah, man, let me tell you. This is my best impression. This is my best. Yeah, man, let me tell you. I got this new idea. It's called FNK. I'm going to have Kong a part of it. And I didn't like that at the time. Oh, really? No, I didn't like that because the shit was FNK flicking Kong. So I really thought it was something that we was going to do, because this was brought upon because we did this segment on a cassette tape at the time, with me and Best. And it was a good ass segment. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that, we just kind of chilling at a strip club. And that segment was real good. That's kind of what sprung the idea. And, after that segment, he talked to me. I talked about this before on my documentary that you can watch on XTV Westside, ladies and gentlemen. But, he kind of came up to me. He said, I got to get out that situation with Pain. And, it's similar to what we're going through now. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody had to just sit there and tell us, like, we better than, what we settling for as far as a life. And, like, that's just kind of what Best was. He told me, like, I'm settling for, somebody else's benefit in order to be happy. And I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. You know what I'm saying? Really making themselves happy for themselves. It's like sometimes, I'm going to be honest, shit, you got to drop out that program. You got to leave that crazy ass bitch. you got to just, you got to just be yourself in order for yourself to be happy. You can never be happy for, by making somebody else happy all the time of your life. It's okay to make people happy. It's okay to give people things, love, wisdom, and, all of that other words are getting on my fucking nerves today, but all that other stuff, but at the end of the day, your mental health is more important than I think anything. And that's just what Best had to really let me know. And Best is a lot younger than me. So when he was telling me this shit, I'm like, damn, why I ain't been figure this out, And yeah, I felt dumb, but sometimes I think that people know things that that's just facts. Like people just know things that you don't know. You know what I mean? And they say it in ways where you get it now. You know what I mean? They open your eyes and be like, look, man, you Kong, you D-Matic. You can do it on your own, you know? And shit, I did it. Yeah, and FNK it was a trip, guys. Sometimes because I have my little segments. You already. It's like what Trunks just said. It's the post sides era, so it was still on some shit like "Go home, kids." Oh shit, go home. That was my little thing. Yeah. Tell us about that. I didn't even see you over there, boy. You hiding over there in that corner, boy. Hey, I told Brandy not to bring him in the studio. Oh, who that is? Your son? Yeah. Dale! Get over here! Sorry about that, Trunks. Where were we? So we was talking about the early days of FNK. I don't even remember, man. That Dale shit threw me off. You got a problem? Yeah, I was saying, tell us about that, James, because I remember those days, the go home segments. You know what I mean? What is the origins of that, and can you, demonstrate the segment for the people that don't understand? Well, this had to be like 2002. This is a period when we would just go to downtown Tampa. We would try to find something to do. It's that coming of age type of thing. We were just trying to find ourselves and trying to find our place in life, because it got to a point where we got allowed to leave the house and go different places. So we decided, you know what I mean, like, let's just roam around. And we just used to roam around, really. We used to go to Ybor City, downtown Tampa, and those were the main spots, especially when we lived out there on Hughes Street or Tampa Heights. We used to always go to downtown Tampa. We didn't really get into any places or anything. We just went out there to see life out there. And we just seen rich, well, not rich, but people in business suits and uppity type of people, you know what I mean? And they would just give you these dirty looks, and you know how it is, corporate America. And Ybor City, that was always the most fun destination. But you see, when we would walk to downtown Tampa, that's a good walk. You know what I mean? That's a great walk from where we lived at the time in Tampa Heights to downtown Tampa. But we remember walking there with Tony V remembers walking there with his grandmother. You know what I mean? All the time as a kid. So he would just go there just to look for something to do. And, sometimes he would get back to the house. It would get late and later and later. You know what I mean? And I remember that shit. I'm sorry, y'all. James just tatted the fuck out of me. He really did, y'all. Because, I used to get out of school, man. And like I used to just try to find something to do, because I used to try to like it over there. I used to try to like Hughes Street, you know what I mean? And I used to just go places. I was like, damn, I guess I'll go here. And I remember I used to go to this damn fucking thrift store. Man, fucking Extreme Tat, bitch, with barbed wire. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh, that was dumb. My ass hurt. So, I would go downtown, y'all, and just like, but before you get downtown, it's like the YMCA and it's the Salvation Army, and then further down, I think it's like a Salvation Army thrift store or something like that. And I used to go inside that damn place all the time. It was nothing to do, so I used to have like maybe $20 to my name, because at this time, like, I used to work on the weekends, on Saturdays. I used to work at this dude's show you right barbershop. I used to like sweep the hair up sometimes. And I remember one time we was out in the front and we had like a flea market day and shit. He always gave me $20 though, and he would give me a free haircut. You know what I mean? I need one of them now. But I used to do that shit. And that damn thrift store, that's what I want to talk about, but I keep just getting sidetracked with other memories. But I used to go to that motherfucker, and that's when I got Biz Markie cassette tape, and that shit had his most popular song, "You Got What I Need," and I was happy as hell. And this lady was like, "Damn, where you got this from? I didn't know we had this." And she was like an older lady, and I remember I played that shit over and over, man. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Look what '90s started. What Stone Cold started. So yeah, but we would walk back home from downtown Tampa. It would get later and later, and one time there was this homeless guy, cause this section too, and right before you get to the Salvation Army, it's kind of like Skid Row in a way. For you guys that don't know, that's like, I think, an area in Los Angeles, I believe. I'm not too sure where it is, but Skid Row is basically, it's full of homeless and drug addicts, and a lot of the negativity of just Google it. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we used to just go over there, and it's just a lot of homeless people, like a lot. And there was this one guy when we was coming, because it was getting later, and he goes, "Yeah, man, you better go home, kid. You better go home." So he said it just like that, just this black guy, you know what I mean? And I guess that stood out to me. So that's the origins of it. And then like sometimes F&K segments that happen all fast, and when there was a blank space and Payne's not talking or D-Matic's not talking, I would go in there and I would say, "Hey kids, if you're out and about, rebel without a cause, play button without a pause. Just remember, go home, kids. Go home." And that's just how it was, because it was just like, that's how he was. Shit, it was creepy. It was just like, "Better go home, kid. You better go home." So it's like, damn. And I picked that element for him. That was so great, man. Guys, I'm kind of like a fly on a wall in here. I am the co-host. Motherfucker still ain't got a name. Go to hell. You fired, bitch. You fire me every episode. Well, get the fuck out of here, man. Do I got to get trespassed? So, do you have to get trespassed? Wow, Trunks, you're full of quotes. You full of shit. Get out of here. So, yeah, go ahead. I mean, I'm just like a fly on the wall, though, because you guys are telling so much interesting stories. So if I'm extra quiet, don't just, look at me as that socially awkward guy. Fuck him. He's not saying shit. He can go to hell. I love you guys' story. Oh, yeah. I mean, when you've had the career span like me and Trunks have had, you're going to get those stories, I mean, all the tats and stuff. Trunks, you say things on this that tat me, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's a tatting affair, folks. I know J&W in the comments like, what the hell do I say? What the fuck is a tat? The two T's, I'm sure that everybody that's watching XTV West is confused about. Tatting and troughing. I'll let my brother explain troughing. Tatting, I think we kind of explained that on somebody podcast, but it's still hard to understand. You just got to understand that tat is something that take you to fuck back, and it make you pop your draws. That's just how good it is. That's the most weirdest thing, but bitch, that's what tat is, man. It just, like when you tell the story and somebody just tell you a memory that you thought you forgot about, and it's just like, oh shit. And tatting, it's just like tat. It's weird, bitch. I don't know how to explain it. Damn, someone gonna interrupt me and shit. I don't know what to do now. Nobody understands that, Trunks, but you. Exactly. Personal joke. Anyway, so F&K is going on. You and Brandy are involved in all of that. Oh no, Trunks. Sorry, man, but I thought that you and Best, like you said, you had an issue with it. The show being F&K. Well, I didn't have a problem with the show being F&K. I had a problem with it's supposed to be Flick and Kong, just me and Best. And I had a problem when other people would be on the show, cause Killer, I felt like he ain't there. Like, that's why I used to say that in the old days, like, you ain't supposed to be in here. You know what I mean? Cause I'm like, it's supposed to be Flick and Kong, then here come Killer, here come James. Like, I didn't expect all these other different people, all these other elements to be involved in the show. And, that's how I felt at the time, but as the series progressed and characters developed, it started to be more of an understanding of why they were there. It's like, oh damn, it started to give voice. Sorry, y'all. Give voices to those people that didn't really have a voice. Like Killer at the time, he didn't really have a voice. It was just always Killer, team him up with LT. This person, team him up with this. It was always just kind of sectioned, you know what I mean? Even in the SIDE days, that Charles wrestler got to fight in the first match. It's like, we got to a point, though, where it's just like, nigga, this FNK, everybody got to turn, just go when it ain't no space, and, get involved with this free-flowing. And that's how the early FNK was. It kind of developed more into a lot of serious topics and stuff like that, and just the shit that would play out. There's a particular tape. It's quite a few tapes, I should say. But the two that I'm thinking about off top as I'm talking is Things Are Gonna Happen and FNK Deadly Gas. These are the recordings, ladies and gentlemen, that to date will fucking kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they some of the most funniest shit that I've recorded. You gotta understand too, with FNK, it's a lot of deeper meanings than what you hearing. You know what I mean? It's like, cause especially in 07, I think that was you guys' biggest year. It's just because I knew when recording some shit, like, I know what I'm talking about, and it's just some shit from the past that I'm saying, and I know what I'm saying, and I know why I'm saying it like that, because you might hear some shit, like me make a sound, or like something, you know what I mean, and y'all just be like, why are you laughing so hard over you going squeak, or some shit like that, but it's some shit that just can't be explained. If I can't explain tactfully, I damn sure can't explain certain shit like that on FNK without laughing hard as fuck for a long, long time. Probably gonna break a fucking lung. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't really explain the shit. You know what I mean? But just know that those are the two recordings that if you ever hear me laughing extremely hard and see tears in my eye and my eyes are bloodshot red, I'm probably playing that shit, and I shouldn't be, because that motherfucker gonna kill me. It's a few recordings. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. James, do you have any special recordings that you just sit back and listen to? It's like you said, during FNK, I was just a fly on the wall myself, so I understand what you're going through. I just used to just sit there and, like, because it got to a point, when they did FNK sing along, and everybody did their thing and all of this stuff going on with that, like, I was the Jamesy character around this time. The drugs were worse. But I had just decided to, back off and just let these guys do their thing. It's just because it was just so good and so engaging. And it was at that moment where I realized it's no longer my time. Time to hang it up. You know what I mean? Time to let these young guys do their things. Time to let these guys have their voice. My time is done. And I remember looking at myself, and I got the strap-on dildo. I'm doing a program with Ad Monster, and I'm doing all these different things. And I remember you guys are just on a roll, from D-Max to Killer to Best. All you guys, you're funny as hell. And I remember going inside the bathroom, seeing myself in the mirror of what I am. I'm just like, here I am, a grown-ass man, with a shitty wig, a strap-on dildo, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my career, my life? What the fuck? And there's nothing, hope people don't take my comments as transphobic or anything, but I'm saying me, doing that to be humorous. It's not humor in that. You know what I mean? It just, this thing. You know what I mean? It's like writing down a blueprint for something, but not going through with the plan. It's like the plan, okay, it looks good, but what are you going to do with it? And that's just kind of what I became, on that show at the time. And yeah. So James, you made mention that you were on drugs for a number of years. What made you finally change? Couldn't keep killing myself. I couldn't keep doing it. You know what I mean? And I feel like when the Real World Tampa wrapped up, and all these different things was happening to me, I got beat by a lot of Obama supporters because I was doing a lot of racist things at the time. And, with all these things happening to me, it got to a point where I'm like, I got to kill something. I knew I had to stop with the racist stuff, but I knew the drugs was a big problem for me. And I think that's what most drug addicts struggle with, admitting that they have a problem and then finally confronting the problem and getting rid of it, because you're so stuck in blaming people, blaming old situations that happened way back in the day. Oh, this happened back in the day, so it affects me now, so I gotta stay like this. You kind of feel like you're generationally cursed to be on a drug or a substance in order to make yourself happy or feel like you're one of the people. And just going through that struggle, finally I decided to just kick that habit, because I just got tired of feeling sorry for myself and the interventions that would happen. And it truly was a combination of multiple things that transpired that made me finally say I'm done with drugs. And I'm glad I did it, because got a few more years on me. Life is good. Oh shit. Damn, people put up real shit. Sorry, James. This boy just don't call me boy. What I told you about that shit. This young man just decided to pull his phone out in the middle of me talking. No, because somebody was trying to tell me something. I forgot to make mention of this too during my long ass rant, ladies and gentlemen. That we had we uploaded this picture to Instagram. We tried to add it to our story. I don't know, man. Fuck a Android. Fuck a damn Android, dog. Fuck it. So I tried to upload this damn picture to my Instagram story. This shit made me share it to damn near every fucking body, and I'm like, no, bitch. Luckily, it wasn't a nasty, naked bitch. Anyway, continue, James. Well, that's just it. Just tired of all of those hurdles and the different things. What year did you quit, James? And how hard was it for you to quit? I quit in 2010. Oh man, yeah. It was extremely hard. Because this is something you depend on because you think that you need it, and you don't understand that life is bigger than that. You're better than that. You know what I mean? And that's just what it became. Like I had to figure out. You know what I mean? That I'm better than that, and I didn't need substance to make myself happy. Sorry for laughing in your face, James. You can kick my ass later. Oh, you're good. Now, James, recently, in the recent years, you are struggling to get your ex-wife? Yes. To lose weight. You want to go into this? When people hear a couple got divorced, they're no longer married, they're whatever. When people hear these different things, they sit there and they just think that the couple are having arguments all the time, and it's this bitter. I didn't have a bitter divorce. I mean I did at first, because she was just sick of my drug issues. She was just sick of me doing certain things I was doing. But Brandy, before we even got married, she was my best friend. You know what I mean? And I think that's how all couples need to start off. They need to start off as best friends, supporting each other, and different things like that. You know what I mean? And then it eventually moves up to that point as far as marriage as time goes on. It takes a while, and shit, when she seen me suffering, she would get on my ass, you know what I mean? She would punch, she would kick, and all those different things. And, a few times, especially during that phase, I would do different things. I would put hands on her. I was in a clouded world. My judgment was blurred, and I did, stupid things that I do regret doing, saying things I regret saying. And, like, once I finally kicked it, she was proud of me. But, as far as marriage, that was already gone once I started to see how big she was getting. You know what I mean? And, she had said once I clean myself up, maybe she'll talk to me. And I clean myself up, and then she's getting big. She's getting huge. You know what I mean? Did you see her the other night? Man. So I just got mad at her, and I'm just tired of her eating herself like this. Like, you don't need to eat yourself like this. We're talking about an intelligent woman. She used to teach at the same school that Killer went to. She used to do a lot. The same school that Killer went to. That's not impressive. Killer ignorant. Shut up, boy. What I told you about that boy shit. But yeah, she just used to do a lot. She's an intelligent woman. So I'm sitting there, why are you doing this to yourself? And I gotta give a shout out to Alec, because he's trying to put her on that program and trying to really still it in her head that she can still be as good as she was. And I like what he said. He had said, Brandy, you used to be a hot chick. You know what I mean? She used to really be fly as hell. She used to like really make every guy dick hard. I find that disturbing because, like, I imagine you sitting there looking at every single dude looking at your girl, telling something down. His dick hard. Brandy, you making a lot of niggas dick hard. Sorry. Jiggle. Well, that's not the case. Just saying, she was fine. A beautiful woman when you see her. She got her nose stuck up and she's looking at you like she doesn't like you, but secretly she does. That's why she keeps looking at you. She was that kind of woman. So she's big as hell. She's big as hell at this point. If I can say it how Alex says it, she's big as hell. And one week we were exercising together. We were like always running on this track. You know what I mean? We were on a treadmill. We were doing good. But I noticed that her weight would gain. You know what I mean? I would be losing weight. She would gain weight. She's like, I don't know. I guess it's what it's meant to be, James. Maybe you should just leave it alone. I'm like, no, I'm not going to leave it alone till that weight gets off of you. And when that weight gets off of you, then maybe I'm going to leave you alone. But right now, that weight's not off of you. So as a result, I'm going to hound you until that weight is off of you. And so, we're running and stuff, and it's late night, and I hear something crawling in the house, because I had the key to her house, and I hear this. This is what I hear. This is exactly what I hear. You go quiet and listen. You hear that? Listen. I hear that. I'm thinking it's a rat, it's a cat, or something like that. I don't know what's in her house. And, I immediately hear, as soon as I say, Brand, I hear the dresser shut really hard and really fast. I cut the light on, and I chop. I say, what is that? James is acting like a madman, ladies and gentlemen, in my studio. What the hell is that? What is, how the hell is a stick and a metal? I finally settle down, and Brandy's like, what do you want, James? And I see crumbs on her face. That was the first sign right there. I see crumbs on her face. I say, Brandy, what was that noise? And what is that on your face? She says, I don't know, James. I was asleep. I don't know. Maybe somebody robbed me and put a whole bunch of food down my throat. I don't know. I say, Brandy, be truthful with me. She says, James, I'm being as truthful as I can. I say, damn it, Brandy. I can't take it. And I go in rage mode. And I just start tearing things apart. And she says, if I was just a little skinnier, I would build up enough courage and call 911, but I can't move. I can't move. She's going off. She's running. I'm throwing things around, and I finally kick her dresser. And what comes out of the dresser? Twinkies, pies, all kinds of cakes are coming out of her dresser. Like, this is why you're getting big. This is it. Man. Asinine. Now, with me saying that, when you see your best friend that you've known for so long struggling like that, you're going to get mad. Luckily, I'm not like I was when I was on drugs, because I would have slapped her. I'm telling you, if it was 2009, I would have slapped her. But I didn't. I just, I left the room very upset. And I said, if you want to kill yourself, fine. But I'm not going to sit here and watch this shit. I don't know. I mean, how long has it been since you last seen her after this incident? It's been a good 3 or 4 years. I mean, it's been a good 3 or 4 weeks. And I haven't heard from her. She posted on Tumblr, or not Tumblr, the Instagram. My son showed me this. Show me that. Hold on 1 second, boy. I'm gonna beat your ass about this boy shit. I'm scared. Scared. If you scared, say you scared. It says she says the only one that can stop your potential is you. That's what Brandy posted. She posted that. So with her posting that let me know she may be on the right track. If not, she's not. But I'm hoping that she's in a good place, because I haven't talked to her since that incident. I ranted, I raved, I definitely troughed. My hair was really wavy. You know what I mean? And so this is a real struggle for you right now, James. I just look at it, Trunks, as if I'm able to, quit drugs as long as I have, like she can just take time. She used to tell me this all the time when I was going through my demons. It just takes time, James. You just have to believe and you have to achieve. She told me this all the time. So I just, I fucking rip my hair out. I kick my own ass. I kick my own ass at times, over this shit. I kick my own ass. But I don't know, man. Now, James, this will be the final question. We done been here for a little minute now, just shooting this shit. This is what happens with old friends. I watched your Impact interview. Oh, yeah? I love the Impact interview. It was great. I haven't seen Pac in a long time. I remember when Pac first came into the business, he was a dick to people. But me and Pac got along. Oh, yeah? Yeah, me and Pac. Oh, man. Miss that guy. That's basically what my podcast is, just shooting the shit. And eventually, I forgot to announce this, eventually, a certain somebody, he's a legend, NXTV. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to wait to my motherfucking 50th episode to have him on here. And he going to be on here. If he don't, I'm going to kidnap his ass, and his ass going to be on my podcast. Oh, man. I think I know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He know exactly who he is. taking forever to put me the fuck on, nigga. Huh? Taking forever? Okay. Okay. Wait till 50 episodes in, bitch. It's weird because this show just started this year, right, Trunks? Yeah, absolutely. But my final question was Little 007, James. You know, he's done podcasts and different things like that. Have you listened to him, and are y'all good now? We're as good as we're going to be. You know, we're both in our separate spaces. When we need to see each other, we see each other. We talk still, you know, but not as often. We just understand that we're just those two type of people that can't talk to each other as much. You know, because there's going to be arguments. There's going to be old things that are sprung up, and you know, fights that happen, and just all kind of different things like that. So we just understand to leave each other at our own space until we're ready to talk. And sometimes when we are ready to talk, it's only like 16 seconds. But I'd rather have a 16-second conversation with my son than a damn 15-minute argument about nothing. And that's just where we are with that. His podcast was great. People, I remember, you know, when he talked about the Ashley situation, about Dixie being raped and all that, I remember people were coming down on me. That was another thing that also, you know, messed my career up. You know, at first is that, you know, that whole dark cloud, like James is you know, his son's a badass and, you know, like son, like father, and that kind of, you know, messed me up, you know, but, things happen, you know, and I'm at a better space in my life. I don't really need the fame like that. You know, if I get it, it's cool. I like fame, it's cool, but it's not something I'm really striving to get and trying to break my neck to be famous. You know, I'm not a jackass. This is James Bond, and I'm not a jackass. Play the jackass music after you say that. Well, James, man, thank you for this, man. You know, and this was very entertaining. This will probably be uploaded next week. XTV East Coast, let us know, y'all. You know, J&W Boss, whoever's out there, let us know how y'all feel about this podcast in particular. Sorry if I don't reply to y'all back. I'm sorry. I understand we be busy. Y'all heard my long ass rant at the beginning. Imagine that shit times 10 every fucking week. You know what I mean? I got a busy schedule. I be at work. I be at school. And I'm sure that some of y'all go through the same thing I did. And y'all probably like, bitch, I at least take a few seconds to reply to somebody. But just understand that, you know, man, life hurt. Life hurt, y'all. And, you know, like, we see y'all out there. We're going to try. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to try to reply to everybody that says some shit on my videos. Even if my video got fucking 0 views and one person talking and they just say hi, I'm going to say a bunch of shit. It's going to be a long ass fucking post. It's going to be like James's 15-minute arguments with his ex-son. He's still my son. Thanks for appearing on my podcast. No problem, Trunk. So I'm going to call you boy again. You're going to get your ass beat after this episode. For me, I forget my name. Just call me that person that forgets his name. Big Trunks D-Matic, a nigga with nothing to lose. We out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Tech.